Jonas.
And I'm TNT Dynamite, the explosive one. Let's crack into another one.
TNT.
Yo.
So there's a movie out here sweeping the nation at the moment.
Yeah, me and you, we both saw Obsession.
Yeah.
We saw it.
I went and saw it. I think the first week it was out, there was nobody in the theater.
Okay.
And just for reference, like I was thinking about going to see it a second time last night on a Thursday. Mm-hmm. The Thursday showing at 9 p.m., 80% of the seats were full.
That's
I was
crazy.
like, what the hell is happening with this movie?
So the movie is just like making money hand over fist. They're going for a billion, I believe, or is it
no? They
100 million.
It
right?
said that it was the first movie since AT that the first 3 weeks in the theater it increased its money.
Yeah.
And it's like over $130 million now. Cost Homeboy like $750K to make it.
I know that they're hoping to make like a benchmark amount of money with it. Not exactly sure what it was, but that is amazing. It's like it's not a remake.
Nope.
It's
completely original.
It's not a hashtag. It's not a rehashing of old characters that you're familiar with. It's a new IP.
Yeah, I mean it has the monkey paws dynamic, which is a forever story, but
it's a horror movie too.
Yeah, rated R on top of it. Yeah, like so.
Well, I believe that the old ideas behind rated R movies kind of died with the Deadpool movies. The Deadpool Wolverine, like it was that moment where studios realized we can make a rated R movie about, something and it can still make big bank, even though those were, I guess, geared towards like teens and
what
like
I think
young
is
adults.
Really funny is like they think that PG-13 is going to bring more people to it. And it does for kids, but the problem is people like me, I won't go see a movie because it's PG-13 sometimes. Like I'm like, this movie's going to be dumb.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. But anyways, let's talk about the movie.
Fair enough.
This was the first movie. It takes a lot. I can count the number of horror movies on my hand that have like left me a little shook. Not many. This one, I walked out of that theater like, what the hell is happening right now?
I think that the movie definitely affects males on a different level than it would affect a female. But yes, as a male, I was very uncomfortable for this movie. It was crazy. On pins and needles sometimes, both had my hands on top of my head, making the guy's face, mouth open, eyes wide. You know what I'm talking about?
You were a living YouTube thumbnail.
Seriously, it was that like multiple times through the movie. Are we on?
Well, I was going to say, from this point forward, if you have not seen it, spoilers are coming. So stop now if you have not seen this. So, it's like basically every relationship trauma anyone's ever had jammed into a movie times 100.
Type shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like every possible horror story you have about someone you dated. I mean, and like women can even flip this the other way. It's just a little different because men are obsessive and crazy in different ways than women are.
Yeah.
But, I mean, someone screaming in your face is the same whether you're a man or a woman. It's just the way they do it is a little different.
So, yeah. And I think we've all been in the shoes of the main character, too. His name is like Benji or Boomer or something.
I don't remember. Well, you just want someone that you're like, I really like this person. I just want them to love me.
Yeah, we've all been infatuated with a girl. And this is why I say is that it affects men from a different, because it's led through his role, but the female counterpart, her acting is amazing. Especially when she
if
starts
that girl does not win an
crazy.
Oscar, bro.
Yeah.
She did so good.
But the dude really likes the chick. He can't figure out like a way to
tell her.
And so he like pusses out a bunch of times, and we've all pussed out, man.
Oh,
you gotta puss out before you can puss up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You
gotta puss out before you can puss up. Either way, he finally decides to go the occult route and gets the one wish willow that grants him a wish, and he wishes that this woman would love him more than any fucking body else in the world.
Well, but he probably in his mind is like, this ain't real, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Exactly. I wouldn't think it was real.
Yeah. And it worked.
It does work, but it turns her into basically like a love bomb demon.
Yeah, you find out, I mean, she is a demon. Yeah, like, like there's some sort of possession going on.
Yeah, and she only has one task, and that's to basically love him and want his love in return, I guess.
And
that reciprocal is important.
Some of these scenes Let me ask you, like, was there a scene that, I mean, there's a lot of effed up scenes, but did anything stick out to you the most as like, man, that's really effed up?
I will say is that the scene that stuck out for me that really just kind of like made me creeped out is when they're laying in the bed and he gets the message from his friend and they're going to go see the letter or whatever, but she's laying in the bed and as he gets up, she says, "Kill me." and he looks back and he's like, "What?" He's like, "I'm just going to go." No, she's like, "Kill me." And she's like, "She's asleep. Please kill me." And he's like, "Would it be so wrong to live with me or whatever the fuck, spend your life with me?" And it's just like the idea of him walking out and her like, "Please kill me." And she's crying and she just like laying there like she's asleep. That shit sent chills up my spine.
Yeah.
That shit sent chills up my spine.
That's the moment you realize that she's, the demon is inside her. And then for him to be like, "What's so wrong with loving me, huh?" And then just like pretending that never happened.
That's insane.
Bruh.
The fact when he made the call, he calls the number on the back of the box. Actually, there's like an ARG where you can call like the number from the movie and it actually goes to like One Wish Willow and be like, "I can't help you with anything." And it's similar cadence to the guy in the movie where he's just like, "Yeah, sorry, can't go back on your wish. You could kill yourself, I guess." You know? But and the guy plays like, "Yeah, you want to talk to her," and you just hear her like screaming like she's in hell. And I was just like, oh my God. There's so many aspects of this movie.
Oh my God. Like I mean, one of the most probably polarizing moments for me was when they're at the party and she broke the bottle and started stabbing herself in the face.
Oh.
I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, that was the most extreme part, I think.
I have to say is that, like, you can tell this movie was made on a small budget.
But it works.
It does work. It does work, man. That face stabbing scene was hilarious.
Yeah, there was no fancy AI. But some of the stuff that like literally like having the woman just like scream in his face. Yeah. Like 1 inch away from him. Like I have had that happen to me before. And just been like, oh, like it's like,
That's why I truly, it's like I could never truly understand, ladies. You are complex creatures, and I love you to death. But I would love to know how they would process a movie like that. Would they see that and be like, "Oh shit, I've done some shit like that before"?
I mean, causing the huge scene in the restaurant.
I thought we were having a nice night. I thought we were having a nice.
I have literally had to say to someone before, "Can we just not have a scene tonight?" Like. And obviously, that relationship didn't work and probably should have ended way before that moment. But like it just, oh, dude, it's just so it just she's standing in the corner, just like, "I'm just watching you sleep."
Dude, see, I'm gonna tell you right now, from a man's standpoint, it embodies something that is very real to us, man, and that is that toxic relationship with, frankly, a toxic woman or a woman who hasn't taken her pills. You know, it's like we see glimpses of that in some relationships that we have had, and that's where it is like it's more visceral for us. I guess on the same note, when I watch a movie with like a male killer who is attacking women, I don't know if I see a reflection of myself in that character. So if a woman were to look at this and to see herself as a monster, well, she'd be like, "Hey, that's cool. At least they made a woman killer finally."
Well, they might be something like, "Wow, that's a little over the top."
Yeah.
But just like for me, who's not an abusive partner, when I see a man being abusive or being like gaslighty or being emotionally abusive, I'm like, that's a little over the top. But that shit happens.
It does. But I just wonder if like the rose tinted glasses would be likewise for them. Because if I see a male acting up, I'm like, what an asshole. I don't see myself in any of that. I push myself as far away from that. So I don't know. But either way, I think that everybody should see it. Not if you're a kid. It doesn't have a lot of like gross or gore or anything. The scene where she smashes her head against the brick and steering wheel, that's
a little weird.
Dude, that shit had me dying laughing. I'm the only person. I laugh at most horror movies. It takes a lot for a horror movie to make me feel like I'm on pins and needles and put my hands on my head and be just like, holy shit. Like squirming and physically squirming in my theater chair. That takes a lot for a horror movie to do that.
That's also super creepy is just like how desperate he was for her love to like let all that shit slide.
Yeah,
Like,
he let a lot slide.
Like she fed him his fucking cat, and he's like, "That's not okay. Okay, let's not let that happen again." And then he was like,
Yeah.
"I thought we talked about this happen." I'm like,
but he was like, "I got a hot chick." They only had one scene that showed him effing, but it was like right after she did some ill shit, and he was like, "Okay, I can't stay mad at you." And then he's just like banging her. And look, man, I kind of understand. That's why this movie is resonant for us, man. We've all been like, all right, we'll put up with some bullshit because of that, you know? We've all been there. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Excellent movie, man. I wish I could make one wish. Jones, if you could make one wish, what would it be, bud?
Oh my God, I don't know, dude, because every time you make a wish, it ends up turning out bad.
It does.
Yeah, like it's always twisted. Like you can say anything, and it's like, well, just like that in the movie, the guy's wishes for $1 billion, it starts falling from the sky. He could have got buried under it and killed. You know what I mean? Like anything. You know, there's a lot of things that can happen. I don't know, like, ugh.
I've thought about this, Jonas, because after the movie, I was like, man, this guy made a dumbass wish. And then this friend who asked for $1 billion, I was like, should have went 5. You know, make it 100. Make it $100 billion.
Well, he thought he was being flippant and stupid. I thought it was cool that he tried to break it again, and like the first time it was just like click, and like it just wouldn't break. Oh, that was creepy too.
Yeah, and then the end of the movie, when she makes a wish, look, man, I don't want to spoil the entire movie, but it's a great movie. If I were to make one wish, Jonas, it would be, I wish I could heal all wounds, physical, spiritual, and mental in anyone. That would be my one wish.
Oh, that's a nice wish, man. You know what I saw?
Lay hands, by a thought, say a word, heal them.
That's nice. That's a good one. I like that wish.
Plus, go ahead.
I did see that they were talking to the director, and he said he would like to turn it into like a mini series instead of like a series of movies where it's like episodes, and some of the wishes are good and some of the wishes turn out bad. Like, so you don't know like what's gonna happen. Like,
God damn it, I could keep going now because you know I hate the idea of a sequel.
But it wouldn't be about them. It would be independence. It would be almost like a Black Mirror sort of.
See, and we had this conversation. It could be like that, but this movie is predicated on that female actress's her role. She did such a wonderful job. It would be a slap in the face to her to not include her in the next movie because she made the franchise.
Oh, she's gonna be acting. She gonna get.
I hope she gets more roles, but I think that if she would like to do the next movie, she should definitely be allowed. But on the same note, I don't want to see her ass in it. I don't want the fucking Scream 4, 7, 8. I don't want that. I don't know how Scary Movie is. Haven't seen it yet, but if it's just some bullshit with like you bring back the old character, Freddie Prinze Jr. shows up again, I don't want to see that. I hate that shit.
Yeah, man. I feel like the story will be, if it is, it's just gonna. The One Wish Willow is gonna be the main character of the story.
I like that idea.
Like every episode will be about a One Wish Willow, but I think the rest of the characters will be new.
I love that idea. I hope they go with it, but to be honest, we don't fucking know.
And then they could have an episode that does the lore of One Wish Willow at some point, like, or a movie that like goes back and shows how One Wish Willow became to be a thing. Like that would be kind of cool.
See, I'm starting to hate it. It was cute when it was just like an indie movie that made me feel uncomfortable. Now we're getting lore driven.
They're gonna have to gentrify it.
They're gonna fuck it up, dude.
Oh,
it wouldn't be the first franchise. It won't be the last.
They will milk it for every cent they can.
Yep,
they are.
So Matrix 1 versus Matrix 2.
Look at Saw. Saw 1 was a great movie. They Saw 26, not a great movie. So
this is what I'm talking about.
But that's all the time we have today's episode. Please make sure to like, subscribe for Jonas.
TNT.
We out.